Chapter 5. The hard thud jolted my body. My hands flew off the handlebars and I went sailing into the air. Not for long. I came crashing down to the pavement with a scream. I landed hard on my side and the bike toppled onto me, tires still spinning. I lay there for a long moment, gazing up at the trees. The setting sun made everything go red. I waited for the pain to sweep over me, but it didn't happen. I wasn't hurt much at all. I heard a groan beside me. It snapped me alert. I shoved the bike off my chest and forced myself to sit up. The other boy sat dazed on the street, rubbing one arm. His bike lay on its side beside him. He was a big kid, dark-haired, broad-shouldered, very athletic-looking. I guessed he was about my age. "You okay?" he asked. He had a gruff, hoarse voice. "Yeah, I think so," I said. "You?" He nodded. "Yeah, just a scrape." He narrowed his dark eyes at me. "Didn't you see me?" "I saw you, but my brakes are bad. I couldn't stop." He nodded again. With a groan, he climbed to his feet. He was wearing a black t-shirt and baggy faded jeans. One sleeve of the shirt was a little ripped from our accident. He stood his bike up and tested it. "Seems okay." He turned back to me. "Sorry," I said. "I'm Jay. My family just moved here." "Elliot," he said. "Remember me?" "No way," I said. "I don't know any kids in this neighborhood." "I live over there." He pointed to the street across from us. Little yellow and white houses with square front yards. I picked up my bike and spun the chain. It was okay. The handlebars were at a weird angle. I pushed them back where they belonged. "Want to ride to the quagmire?" Elliot asked. I climbed onto my bike. "Quagmire? What's that?" "Kind of a quicksand pit." "Cool," I said. "Is it near here?" He motioned with his hand. "This way." He took off pedaling, and I followed him. He made a sharp turn onto the next street. My handlebars were loose, but I managed to keep up with him. Tall trees cast shade over the street. We rode side by side, pedaling in a steady rhythm. Elliot rode no hands for a while. "What's this neighborhood called?" I asked. He shrugged. "Beats me. It's just a bunch of houses." Then I saw two lawn gnomes in the shade of a fat tree trunk. They leaned into the tree as if trying to hide in the shadows. In the next yard, I saw a red costumed gnome sitting on a white rock. I turned to Elliot. "Hey, what's up with all the lawn gnomes?" I asked. He shrugged again. "Oh, you know." He started to pedal harder. I forced my bike to try to keep up with him. We raced right down the middle of the street. The houses on both sides of us became a blur. We were really zooming when the quagmire came into view. The street ended. Beyond it, I saw what looked like a wide, flat orange lake. Elliot pressed his brakes. His bike squealed and slid to a stop at the end of the street. I squeezed my brakes. They didn't catch. "Not again." I squeezed harder. "No." I opened my mouth in a cry as my bike sailed over the edge of the big lake. I flew several feet and landed with a loud plop. Orange gunk rose up like ocean waves on both sides of my bike. "Quicksand," I thought. "Quicksand." It tugged me down. Down. My bike and I, we were sinking fast.